Welcome to TSAT. Today I am going to discuss a topic in science and technology known as Metaverse. So this is a topic which can be considered as part of emerging technologies. So because there are certain areas in technology which can be asked, which are current technologies which are making a significant impact in the current scenario. One of such emerging technology is Metaverse in the current era. So we need to know what this Metaverse technology is, what are the different applications of Metaverse technologies, and in future what kind of impact this technology can cause in the future duration. As in the case of cloud computing in ICT, information and communication technology, made a revolution in the process of transaction and reason for the establishment of multinational companies and their success, as cloud computing played a very major role and responsible for creating a huge leap and change and phase shift in the technological development and economical development of the major economies of the world. In the same way, the Metaverse is able to create, or it is about to create, many number of times, even more than the cloud computing. Metaverse has got a substantial impact which can lead to multi-folded change in the process of development. So how this can happen? Let us discuss. First we shall know what Metaverse is, and after knowing the possible applications in future, you will be able to know the impact which can be caused by Metaverse in future. In its current meaning, Metaverse generally refers to the concept of a highly immersive virtual world where people gather to socialize, play and work. So it is a kind of technology, software technology which is essential, which requires a highly immersive virtual experience. So virtual experience is an experience where you feel it even though it is not really happening, which is known as virtual. Immersive virtual experience is a condition where you will be having a real-time experience much more than a virtual experience. You will be more near to reality even though it is not real. Immersive virtual experience is something beyond virtual experience, where it is near to reality more. And that is what immersive virtual world, where people gather to socialize, play and work. So what is it we will be analyzing? How can we gather ourselves virtually, socialize, play and work? Step by step we will be discussing with examples. So Neil Stephenson is the first person who has coined this word known as Metaverse in 1992 in his novel Snow Crash. So the synonymous words regarding Metaverse or multiverse, they are all synonyms. So the real world uses as the training of a pilot. So what happens is, in the case of the warfare, when the pilot cannot directly train in the war. So to have a real-time experience in a virtual world, in an immersive virtual world, where the pilot will be trained in a condition where he will be facing all the real-time scenarios, so that he will be getting a real-time experience where he can really participate in the war effectively, because all the experiences in the warfare a pilot has got is being made in a virtual scenario, which is with an immersive technology which is much more nearer to reality than virtual reality. It is an advanced variant of software and hardware is required for this immersive virtual reality. Viewing virtual objects from different angles and perspectives, participants of aircraft metaverse can interact with 3D assets and have hand-on experience. So what is happening is, in an ordinary virtual reality, you may not be having the third dimension so effective, the depth perception cannot be understood well in an ordinary virtual reality. But in the case of immersive virtual reality, the more advantage you have got is a more clear depth perception, the three-dimensional vision. Because of this reason of you will be able to view the different facets of a situation in different perceptions or dimensions, which gives you more accuracy and understanding, and you will be able to work better in the real-time world with this immersive virtual experience. Some proponents believe that blockchain technology and decentralized apps will be the key to unlock the next leap forward of the web. So what is happening is, a lot of us believe, even I, and we believe that Metaverse has got a lot of capability to transform, phase shift the existing socio-economic scenario, even the security scenario. So what Metaverse, a place where augmented and virtual reality. So virtual reality where we feel it is happening even though it is not. Next generation data network. So the existing kind of 4G, 5G networks might not be sufficient enough to meet the requirement. You need to require an advanced variant of connectivity for data transmission. So you require an advanced network. And decentralized financing and payment systems. So decentralized financing and payment systems are, for example, cryptocurrency can be considered as a decentralized financing. So because this is a kind of transactions which are happening in terms of international transaction between different parties, the transactions are being limited by the central banks. So when you have got a cryptocurrency which is not being controlled by the central banks, with the help of blockchain technology and these new efficient connective channels, what happens is the financing becomes easy, and what happens is the transaction becomes easy and the availability of services becomes very easy across the world. And decentralized financing, and why it is known as decentralized financing means it is not being controlled by a central bank like the Reserve Bank of India or any other central bank's economy. That is the reason why it is known as decentralized financing and payment systems contributed to a more realistic and immersive digital world where people can socialize, work and trade digital goods. So in this process, what happens is you can socialize, interact with your friends, etc. Work. And so what happens is, in the case of Metaverse, you need to have a unique cloud. A cloud is a configuration of certain data and analytical capability where certain configuration is being allotted to you if you are a member of the cloud. The cloud can be used for different purposes, being a member, where you can have a virtual personality in the cloud in your configuration. The virtual personality can be physical, and the way you appear, the attire you want, you can have it. And a psychic, the limits, the way you behave there can be framed, determined by a software in a cloud. So what happens is, socialize means you can make a cloud to attend a marriage. So all your relatives, friends, for the purpose of attending the marriage, a cloud can be created where you will be virtually attending, not physically. In the same way, a cloud can be created for an office or a supermarket to shopping. So different, or your club in your town, different clouds are being created. You can attend all these activities, social activities in different clouds simultaneously, completing all the work by virtual presence. So for this you need to be allocating with artificial intelligence limits of your psychic and physical character in a cloud to behave. Your limits are being set. If a decision need to be taken beyond the limit being given, then you need to give a conscious command to this virtual personality. So in this process, simultaneously, you being at your home or office can attend all these activities at the same time. In this, for this, as it was mentioned, that a separate internet connectivity with a high connective capability is essential, And for this, the hardware essential is completely different, where you need to have a different wearables, head mount systems, different kinds of hardware and software, and connectivity must be an advanced versions for completing this social activities or processes, being a member of different clouds simultaneously at the same time. So, you will be fulfilling the work in your office, attending a marriage of your friend, and a virtual shopping with immersive technology. You can go to a mall and buy different kinds of goods and services you require. So, for example, with the immersive technology, in the case of a shopping mall here, a virtual shopping mall, you can get into a shopping mall and you can wear shoes or clothes or any kind of apparels or garments, etc., as you like. The kind of trial you have with these garments will be exactly equivalent to a real time wearing the clothes, and there is no question of a difference in dimensions in terms of fittings of your body or texture of the fabric, color of the fabric in general, which cannot be viewed exactly in online shopping. Real time experience as you get when you are wearing the clothes. An example of immersive technology, the same experience you get as if you are wearing the outfits where they are fitting to you perfectly, where the probability of rejection is less when the good is as it is by the time it reaches you. So, that is what immersive technology is. What is happening here is, for socializing, you are attending a marriage in a cloud, you are attending a office in a cloud, you are shopping in a shopping mall with a different cloud. So, you need to have a configuration as a member where you need to buy certain configuration being a member, and simultaneously with the kind of software and hardware with the limits set by you. You can participate in all these activities simultaneously, so that the time consumed is been reduced and the amount of interactions, work, the business transactions are multifariously being done simultaneously, because of which the growth, the development of organization systems will be much more effective because of multifarious activities simultaneously. It is a collective virtual space. So, it is a collective virtual space created by the convergence of virtually enhanced physical and digital reality. So, what do you mean by this? Collective virtual space. So, you are the member of a cloud. A cloud is a virtual cloud which contains certain hardware and software with a certain configuration of storage capability and analytical capability. Collective, because you are not only the member of the cloud, all the relatives attending the marriage, or all the employees in a company, or all the customers to buy the goods and services in a shopping mall, are collectively taking part in the cloud. Collective virtual space. It is not a real space, it is a virtual space created by a convergence of virtually enhanced physical and digital reality. So, what do I mean by convergence here? Convergence here is bringing together the technologies for Metaverse to happen. So, what are the technologies you are bringing together for Metaverse to happen? Hardware is required. Ordinary hardware, right now the available hardware might not be sufficient enough. A different hardware which are wearables we need to wear to your head mount systems, a different kind of internet connectivity with high strength, blockchain technology, all these technologies, better connectivity, better hardware, better software, blockchain technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, these different softwares, when they are being converged together, then Metaverse is possible. Convergence of virtually enhanced physical and digital reality, that is the actual meaning. What technologies need to be converged is, these are the different kinds of technologies need to be converged for Metaverse to happen. In other words, it is device independent and it is not owned by a single vendor. So, here in the case of the general public cloud like Google has been owned by a company where the terms and conditions of the company predominates you. But in the case of Metaverse is considered, it is equal when you have bought a configuration in the cloud, you are the owner of the cloud. You have got your rights there. So as you have bought a plot somewhere else, as your plot is being protected by a law, in the same way, the configuration you are occupying in the cloud has got your rights, and you can protect yourself. That is another advantage here. Not owned by a single vendor, each and every configuration is being owned by different members of the cloud. It is an independent virtual economy. So what is happening here? It has got its own economy. You will be defining a cryptocurrency for transacting in the cloud. So your currency transaction, financial transactions are not being controlled by external central bank. Independent virtual economy being used, like cryptocurrencies like bitcoins are being used here in the process of transaction, enabled by digital currency. So cryptocurrency is a digital currency. Bitcoin is an example of digital currency, and non-fungible tokens. So fungibility is a kind of condition where there is ease of transaction. Non-fungible means it is not so easy to transact. Those are known as non-fungible tokens. For example, a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, let us assume that it is easily transacted, because on a day at least the value of the Bitcoin is being defined, based on which transactions happen between people who believe in. But in the case of non-fungible tokens, like for example, you are an author of a book, which is being stored digitally in a cloud with the help of blockchain. So here, in this process, what happens is, it is a token which has got a value. The value is being decided by you, and the demand to this will not be as much as a fungible token like a Bitcoin. But because the requirement of your novel, the number of people who require is very less. So for the transaction, it is not so easy, but it has got a value where you can ascertain the value in the case of non-fungible tokens. So fungibility and non-fungibility means which can be easily transacted, which cannot be, but at the same time they have got a certain value to this token being loaded in the cloud. Here the token is the data of the novel content which you are the author, or it can be an art like a paint, which can be sold only when a passcode is being given by you. You are the artist who have drawn the picture. So to share this, to sell this, you need to give the authorization. So these are certain arts or your novels, or some of these aspects which are being stored in the cloud can be considered as non-fungible tokens, which are not easily be transacted but has got a value. You are going to decide, because you are the creator of this non-fungible token, which can be transacted online through cloud. The Metaverse is a collective virtual open space created by the convergence of virtual enhanced physical and digital reality. It is physically persistent and provides enhanced immersive experience. As I have told you that this goes beyond virtual reality, where you will be having a real-time experience as you are wearing the clothes in the shopping mall, even though you are not. Activities that takes place in the isolation environment will eventually takes place in the Metaverse. So buying digital land, you buying a configuration, you can buy a land there. Constructing virtual homes, so you can construct a villa there, which you cannot really. At the beach you can construct a villa, and you can have the experience as if you have got a villa in the beach, where in real times it might not be possible. So you will be having a higher experiencing pleasure psychologically and physically also. Because of immersive technology, you will be having even a physical pleasure also, because of this gadgets, apparels which you are wearing. So virtual homes, participating in virtual social experience. So in this process, you can interact with a different number of people to have a real-time experience. A Metaverse represents a combinatorial innovation, and it is requires multiple technologies and trends to function. The contributing technology capabilities include augmented reality, flexible work style, head-mounted display, cloud, the Internet of Things, 5G and much more advanced versions of connectivity, artificial intelligence and spatial technologies. So, I have told you previously that certain technologies need to be converged. For Metaverse to happen, these are all the technologies which need to be converged together for the functioning of Metaverse. So, augmented reality, a kind of software which gives you that a feeling that something is happening and even though it is not happening. Flexible work styles, it gives you a kind of work style where you can work from different conditions, work from home, work from office, or even though you are not really doing the warfare, you will get the real-time experience of doing a warfare sitting in a laboratory. Flexible work style, head-mounted display. So, you need to wear a different kind of hardware to yourself. The Internet of Things here is these hardware and software need to be connected, the data with the help of connectivity through 5G and any other kind of network connectivity through signal transmission. So, these are Internet of Things, connecting different hardware and software for making things easy by connecting through Internet. Makes everything comfortable with artificial intelligence. So, artificial intelligence is in general, intelligence is a best decision making capability at right time with the available choices within you, and this is a kind of behavior or a character to a living being. When this character is made acquired to a machine, we call it as artificial intelligence. So, artificial intelligence is required because you are not physically and psychologically you are not present in all the events, but there are certain decisions need to be taken within limits. In this context, artificial intelligence is required for things to happen. So, see the convergence of technologies for Metaverse to happen. And spatial technologies in terms of the cloud, the configuration allocated to you, etc., constitutes a spatial technology in Metaverse. So, all these technologies need to be converged for Metaverse to happen. So, events takes place in a single Metaverse. So, what are the different kinds of possibility of events which may happen in Metaverse? Purchasing of outfits. So, you can buy any kind of clothes, shoes, etc., where the probability of rejection is very less because you will be having an immersive experience that the dimensions, everything can be set in effectively. Buying digital land and constructing virtual homes. So, you can buy a configuration in the cloud, the land, you can construct houses there in the digital configuration being given to you. Participating in virtual social experience, you can attend your friend's marriage virtually in the cloud, maintaining better relationships. You can attend the club, playing some games in your club simultaneously. Shopping in a virtual malls via immersive commerce, using virtual classrooms to experience immersive learning. So, for example, in the case of technical education, for example, the number of laboratories essential when they are not sufficient in engineering or medicine, you can create a virtual laboratory of your design so that you will be having a real-time experience of doing an experiment, or you will be as a student of medicine, you will be having a real-time experience of doing a surgery to a cadaver. So, what happens is the availability of a dead body for a medical student to do surgery before doing a real-time surgery is in very high demand. The dead bodies are, but with the help of Metaverse technology, you will be having a real-time experience of doing surgery. So, these are all the different applications of Metaverse, and these are the advantages you have got. You can buy digital arts, collectibles and assets, non-fungible tokens, as I have discussed with you. Integrating with the digital humans for onboarding employees, customer services, sales and other business interactions. So you can have digital humans. For example, you can create certain individuals in the cloud, so that what happens is, in the process of interaction, what happens is, where as per the limits set in the cloud to behave accordingly, a company will be able to set certain digital individuals or digital humans in the cloud to interact with their customers, to know the data, experience, etc. It is expected that Metaverse will provide persistent, decentralized, collaborative, interoperable opportunities and business models that will enable organizations to extend digital business. So with this kind of technology, hardware and software, what happens is the number of transactions increases through digital business. So you need not go to physically to showrooms or hospitals or kind of things where you can get an appointment to the doctor online. So you can shop, so you can interact, you can transact money. So because of this reason, effectively transparent, you can attend a marriage, you can attend the office, simultaneously sitting at your home with the help of the different clouds being created independently, and you can simultaneously attend all these activities. Because of these, the number of transactions increases and the economic development happens. That is the main importance with Metaverse. So the elements of Metaverse. So these are the areas where the Metaverse is applied. Digital currency works on with, can be effective with the Metaverse, the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So marketplaces, the shopping complex which I have told you, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, as I have given you the example of a novel or an art which can be transacted in the case of Metaverse. Infrastructure. So by developing different kinds of infrastructures, for example, the roads, etc., can be developed well with the help of Metaverse pre-planning, or for example, even before constructing the building, a simulation can be generated for a customer to experience the real-time experience of a house, gaming, the different. So with the Metaverse, you will be able to develop different kind of games where you feel as if you are really playing the games. You will be having a real-time experience than the ordinary games right now which you are playing. Digital assets can be developed in terms of a plot or a building on the basis of the configuration bought in the cloud. Online shopping, workplaces, you can attend the office in the cloud, social media. So these are all the different applications of Metaverse. These are all the range of applications of Metaverse. So what are the business opportunities of Metaverse? Higher education, as I have given you in the case of engineering, where with the help of Metaverse, real-time laboratories can be generated with the minimum cost to have a real-time experience. In medicine, in terms of surgery, military and other types of trade, in terms of giving a pilot a real-time experience of a warfare scenario. Immersive learning, these are all the different applications of Metaverse. Virtual events, as I have mentioned in the case of attending a marriage or office, etc. These are all the different applications of Metaverse. Okay friends, we shall meet in the next session discussing other topics in science and technology. Thank you.